How fun is this? We are here to play in our success signature code number 1, and that is your prosperity code. And we've already heard from so many of you how you are having a fabulous time with your prosperity code, and we're so excited that you're here to play with us. Now, let me just do a little housekeeping for those of you who are on Zoom. For those of you, I'm doing 2 recordings right now, one on Facebook and one on Zoom. And so on Facebook Live, you are welcome to post your questions on Facebook Live. And on Zoom, you're welcome to raise your hand and also use the QA form. So at the very bottom of your screen, where you've got a mute button and stop video, and you've got a QA, so you can actually ask a question in the QA form by clicking on that. You can also do chat. And there's also an area where you can raise your hand. So raising your hand gives you the opportunity to play and work with me. I hope you had the chance to watch the first prosperity code and had a chance to really integrate some of that. And as most of you know, not only am I a success coach and an entrepreneur and a wellness entrepreneur and run my own company that's done pretty well, really well. I'm also a healer. And so I would like to probably do a little bit of healing today, maybe a little guided success signature process around your triple multiplier. So let me just first talk very briefly about that. You've seen the video. You kind of know what it is. We've had so many of you sharing how that simple little formula has already started the acceleration to your success. And I'm super excited that we're going to play together over this next week. And next week, too, there's going to be lots of live stuff going on next week. And, of course, the rest of the webinars are coming this week. And today we're playing with success signature code number 1, which is the triple multiplier. And the triple multiplier, for those of you who are on Facebook who don't know what the heck I'm talking about, if you want to register at successsignature.com, go there and register, and there's a video waiting for you that's called the success code number 1 out of 5, and it is the triple multiplier. And of course, the triple multiplier is something that really allows you to find a place of balance. It's about discovering you. It's about discovering, discovering your customers and discovering how together you and your customers can actually change the whole thing, can change the planet. This triple multiplier is something that it's funny. I haven't taught it in a really long time. So as I was looking at it again, and I started using it again recently, it really changed a few things for me. It kind of changes the way you think about things, doesn't it? Okay, so is what I'm doing, does it light me up? Is it good for me? Does it feel right? Does it feel lighter? And does it also support my customers? Are they going to feel light? Are they going to feel supported? And knowing that both of those are happening, that also is the third piece, which is the world is going to be better because you and your customers, through that noticing, through that conscious awareness, are going to create ripples on the whole planet to change the planet. And there are some of you whose intention is actually to change the planet. And I was answering a couple of comments on the Facebook pages, Facebook comments, which are sitting below all the videos. And I was noticing that there's such passion for people who are focused on the environment. There's such, it's the did it make you mad motivation. There's 2 motivations. The motivation is, oh, it feels so good, it lights me up. And the motivation is, it made you mad. So you have to change it. You have to change it. You have to make a change on the planet because this thing is like something stuck, like a thorn in your hoof, and you must address it. And so those who are focused on changing the planet and the environment and the things that are kind of outside of us, not the internal piece, not our day-to-day lives, but the whole planet itself, it is really, this triple multiplier is really, 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 really super important. And it's super important. It's even more important in some ways for that group who's there, is because for so long there's been yelling and activism. And now there's a way to actually play in this realm of energy that is honoring everyone. I remember Drumvalo Melchizedek. Some of you may know him. He is an amazing master. I mean, a true master on this planet. And I had a chance to hang out with him, and I asked him about abundance. And I asked him, he says, well, it's easy. Now, the triple multiplier is part of the answer he gave me. It's good for you, it's good for them, it's good for the planet. And the other piece that he shared is that when we manifest, when we try and make things happen, when we try and kind of manipulate and force, and we do this power over kind energy, that mind-oriented, he called it a mind-oriented perspective, and I've since played a lot with that, and I completely concur. When the mind is in charge and in control and out there with power over, it stops it. And some people actually do have, through pure force of will, make and force things to happen. And they appear to be successful. But there's always a backward kick. That's what Drumvalo said. There's always a backward kick. There's always a backhand to the power over mind-oriented manifestation. What he said instead is, when we manifest from a deeper place, when we manifest from, we'll be talking about this tomorrow in our next webinar called The Success Signature, which is your potential, activating your potential. When we play from that place, the mechanisms, this is, Drumvalo said this, the mechanisms of the universe open up to serve everyone. And you can see how the triple multiplier is a huge piece of that. Now, let's talk a little bit about your potential. So you've been sharing a piece, you've been answering the question on the webinar. And again, for those who are on Facebook, thank you for joining us. And just go to successsignature.com and you can find out what the heck I'm talking about. successsignature.com. So for those who just joined us on Zoom, I'm doing Facebook Live and Zoom at the same time. Technology is fun, right? Why not? Your potential. Let's just do a little process right now, shall we? Let's just do a little success signature guided process. So just take a nice deep breath with me right now. That's it. And feel yourself kind of moving within. And for those of you who need a little bit more guidance, I'm going to be taking you to a little journey to your sacred chamber. It's the center point of your very soul. It's the place of deep, deep connection to you. And that's what a big part of what I'm teaching over the next week or so is about, connecting to you. Connecting to you. It's huge, huge piece that the most successful entrepreneurs have got. They understand it, they know it, they play with that, and I have actually figured out how to re-engineer it a little bit so that I can show you how to do what the mega moguls do. Does that sound good? Okay, so just take a nice deep breath and just notice your surroundings, notice where you're sitting, notice how you're sitting, notice your posture. That's it. And just feel yourself moving into a place that notices the moment. It's like you're being more of an observer and you're noticing the moment itself. You're noticing the moment. That's it. And as you notice the moment, notice that the moment itself appears to expand. That's it. I don't know if you just felt that, but we just dropped into a bit what I call a still point. And in the still point, all possibilities are available. So tapping into that moment. And then we're going to take that moment and go into the middle of our brain. So if we were to go right where your third eye is and right where your ears converge into the middle of your brain, if you know anatomy, it's where the pineal gland is. We're going to go right there. And as we go there, that's it. you're going to notice that there's an elevator there. There's an elevator sitting right there. And just pretend with me. Just pretend with me. That's it. Just pretend with me. Mike, can you all still hear me? Something just happened. Okay, good. I got distracted, and that's what happens in life and business, isn't it? We get distracted. So now we just bring our attention back right in, and then we just tap into that elevator in the middle of our brain. There we go. We're back into the still point now. That's it. That's it. And then we're going to step on that elevator. Just pretend with me. And if you're not visual, then don't worry about it. Just pretend and play. And notice the elevator, what it looks like. And if you're not visual, what are you sensing? You step on the elevator and there's a button that says to sacred chamber, and you press the button and the elevator doors close and you're taken down, 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 deep, 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 deep. You're taken into wormholes. That's it. And you just notice that you're being conveyed to a place that is different than our everyday reality. That the wormholes are taking us to almost a new dimension of being. And the elevator doors open. Yes, and we step inside our sacred chamber. And as we step inside, we sense the stillness that is even more refined here. Powerful, beautiful, special stillness. And as we tap into this stillness, we notice that it's made up of things like our wisdom. It's made up of things like joy and happiness and alignment and balance. It's made up of things of love. And yet, all of these threads that make up the stillness of our sacred chamber have no conditions attached to them. No conditions. And so we feel ourselves stepping deeper and deeper into this wellspring of us. And just over there, we notice it's kind of like a seed of some kind. So bring your attention over to this one area that has this seed in it. And it's, for some, it might look like an acorn. For some, it might look like something else. But it's a big seed. And just take a look at it and reach down and pick it up and hold it. And it almost feels like it's shaking inside. Like there's something rumbling inside that wants to escape, that wants to get out. So as you feel this acorn is this acorn seed, or this seed is your potential. It's your potential. It's your genius. You're holding your genius in your hand. And so right now, we're going to just love this potential. That's it. Just honor this potential. Thank this potential. Have gratitude for this potential. And just love it and care about it. And tell this potential, I know this sounds a little weird, but play with me. Tell this potential how grateful you are for this that is you as your potential. And you hold this beautiful thing, beautiful seed of you, your genius in your hand, and you love it and honor it and thank it and thank it. And there's some of you that want to yell at it, like, what's taking you so long? That's your beautiful mind that wants to get involved and force and push. So we're just going to take your mind out to the side and ask it to be over there, simply witnessing, not interfere. We're going to very politely ask the mind to just witness, to just stay over there and witness. That's it. That's it. And I want you to feel the clarity now that you have with your mind over there, simply witnessing. And we've asked it very politely not to interfere. That's it. And we're just going to love and honor this potential, this seed. And we love it. And it's almost as if you're talking to a child or a pet. What would you say to that potential that is you if it was this pet that you love and adore, or this child? That's it. And I want you to notice something. The love is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and surrounding it, and it's honoring, and also notice something else, that your consciousness, your conscious observation of your beautiful big seed potential is starting to crack it open, because it's like your conscious awareness is like the light, the light of the sun that cracks open the seed. So the light of your attention, the light of the love that is within that attention, is starting to crack open that acorn. And it's starting to open it. Ah, there it is. And now your potential is this energy. And the energy through your love is meeting that field of attention and love and light, and the light of your attention, the consciousness of your attention is like light, and it's igniting it. That's it. And just allow that ignited light now to move into your being, into your body, into your mind, into your thoughts. And feel that potential now moving through you into the world. Feel that beautiful light of your potential now moving through you into the world. And we're going to just, whatever that looks like, honor that. I'm seeing some of you might be seeing rainbows. I'm seeing some of you might be seeing something very practical. Some of you might be writing or taking notes. It's all good. Whatever that potential is igniting with you in this moment, as you become consciously aware of it, allow it. Allow it. That's it. And now, it's interesting because with this inner guidance, with this success signature process I just took you through, and with the conscious attention now on that there's something special within you, when the practical things show up, which I'll also be sharing with you in this webinar, it's part of the success signature codes, there's a sense of conscious action that can happen. It's like we can hear the whispers of our inspiration better and can therefore act upon them. So from my perspective, business is this important and powerful duality of the soul, the soul's purpose, the inner game, and then taking action on that in a practical way. And so when we do that, and then we combine the triple multiplier, the triple multiplier becomes easier, or prosperity becomes easy. Because now we have an energy that's inside of us that is activated. And we can now see through the eyes of the triple multiplier even better. There we go. Good. So now come back to this room. Come back to this moment. Take a nice deep breath. And I am going to, so if you'd like to play with me, you can, at the very bottom there, you can raise your hand. So if you'd like to work with me, and we don't have to use video. So if you don't want to use your video, that's okay. For those of you who are dialed in, unfortunately, there isn't a way to raise your hand. But if you'd like to play with me today and have me do a little coaching with you, go ahead and raise your hand. Right at the very bottom, you'll see that there's an area that you can click on that says raise your hand. So if you'd like to play, go ahead and click on that area to raise your hand. I can talk to you about your business. I can talk to you about, answer any questions about the triple multiplier. If you just want to comment also and share your experience of the triple multiplier or the process we just did, then that would be great too. So again, right at the bottom there's hardly anyone raising their hand. So are you guys timid? Are you ready for igniting your success? Raise your hand. And for those of you who are on Facebook Live, you're kind of just listening along as I'm on Zoom. So I'm doing 2 recordings at once. I'm doing a recording on Zoom. So you can't really raise your hand. So sorry about that. But it's great having you with us. And if you want to know a lot more about what we're talking about, go to successsignature.com. For those of you who are on Zoom, you're already here. So just for those on Facebook Live, successsignature.com, you can register and you can play with all of this stuff. Okay, so we've got a lot more people with their hands raised. Okay, so let me just tap in. And So it looks like we are going to Lori. And Lori, I'm going to be unmuting your line. And if you'd like, I can unmute your video too, I think. Maybe I can't. Hello, Lori, are you there? You might have your computer area muted. So do you want to unmute your computer? Your microphone on your computer or whatever device you're on? So, sorry, Lori, we're going to take another second for you to figure that out, and we might have to go to someone else. Okay, looks like Lori it's not going to work for Lori. I apologize, honey. Okay, so let's find someone else. And, oh, there it is. We're going to go to Cindy. There's two Cindys. There we go. Let's go to Cindy. And there's Cindy, and I'm unmuting you, Cindy. And you're on the air. Hey, Cindy, there you are. Your video is on too, and there's your kitty cat. If you want, I can.
Yeah, this is one of 6.
Hi, Cindy. How can I help you, my dear?
Are you, first of all, how am I coming towards you? I've got
Perfect.
My hair done.
Perfect. You look great, my dear.
This has to be perfect timing, Jennifer, because I'm going to start to cry because it's bringing up all friggin' emotion. But your first video you did about the 3 imbalance, and what came up for me was that when you give too much, and I've always been a giver,
yeah,
that when you give too much, there's that energy of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And what runs on the heels of that, from what you spoke of, is resentment. And
yeah.
This played out in my life. And it's funny because these little cats and the cats that I have in my home right now, they've shown me, they've tried to show me, and I've just picked up so much from all the multidimensional being I am. It's coming at me from so many different areas of seeing how resentment it's been in my bones, because my dad pushed me so much to that place of sacrifice and giving too much, and there's been resentment. So
yeah, so Cindy, this is really an incredible observation for you. So I'm delighted that you are in a place of, like, this is breakthrough stuff, right? This is you realizing, and that's what the triple multiplier does. So for those of you on Facebook, it might be hard to hear Cindy, and basically what she's sharing is that her father pushed her really hard, and she was in sacrifice most of her life, which is an imbalance of the triple multiplier. So, so first of all, I want you to just acknowledge, congratulations, because you are shining the light of consciousness. Yeah. You are shining the light of consciousness on something that is incredibly important in order for you to move forward on your business.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel now, how, as you look back on your life and you've sacrificed and you've given and you've over and given, how it has put you out of balance. Is that true? Yeah. So, well done.
Thank you.
Well done. And for the rest of you, Cindy is kind of a catalyst for all. There's no accidents that Cindy's playing with us right now, because this is such a huge thing. And there's usually a lot of healers that show up to my stuff, and it's a huge thing if you're a healer. So what do you do, Cindy?
It's really, Jennifer, the awareness I have.
Okay, we kind of lost you for a little bit there. Darn. Okay, so we're going to just wait for your internet to come back.
I'm losing you a little bit.
Yeah, sorry, your internet just came back on. So go ahead. Try that again. Try that again. Go ahead and speak. We lost you for a bit.
Losing you.
Okay. Oops, we lost Cindy. Darn. I guess we got what we needed. So there you are, Cindy. You're back again. Are you? Go ahead and talk. Can you hear me, Cindy?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, good. So what were you going to say?
I was just going to say that in my awareness, I'm aware that this is something that's very large for humanity.
You betcha.
And how it will create that, as has been said, ripple effect, so that people are taken out of the space of greed and need.
That's right. Well, you know, it's interesting because greed and need comes from lack of safety. Judgment comes from lack of safety. All of these things come from lack of safety. All of these things come from, things that happened to us in our past, and we made conclusions about what life is, and then they become our patterns and our beliefs, and then we have what I call these crazy coping mechanisms that show up, and the coping mechanisms show us. They show us these coping mechanisms are an absolute defense against the world and our beliefs about the world. And so a simple formula like this prosperity formula opens up a new possibility. It opens up a new angle of perception for us to look at it and go, hey, wait a minute. And you've taken it to the next level. You're right. This is the imbalance that's in the world. You are absolutely right. And that's why I actually say that what we're doing with Success Signature is a cause. It's a revolution. It's a revolution in mindset, in accessing a different part of us to run our business so that we can now be in this triple multiplier. And that balance is a worldwide balance. And the more of us that are playing with this triple multiplier, the more individuals that are expanding and changing all of it. So by sharing the triple multiplier, I myself am creating a ripple that is also part of the triple multiplier. How cool is that? Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Much love.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to go to another caller. And okay, let's go to our viewers here and choose someone else. Okay, we're going to go to Jamie. Jamie, you're about to be on the air and you are unmuted. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, how are you? I'm actually from your spontaneous transformation certification.
Oh, fantastic, Jamie. Yay.
Hi, how are you?
That's awesome to have you here. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are wondering what Jamie's talking about, I'm also a healer with my own system of healing called Spontaneous Transformation, and Jamie just completed her certification to become a spontaneous transformation practitioner. So now we're talking about success, Jamie. Yay!
I'm telling you, the next step, right?
Yeah. How can I help you, hon?
You know, I actually just had an observation that I found, and I just, for others that might help, may stem from something I need to do a little spontaneous transformation around yet. Claustrophobia and like the elevator thing.
Yeah.
So I sometimes going to the sacred chamber, what I found is stepping into the elevator can kind of wig me a little. So I either envision it. At first I started envisioning like walking down this garden path, but today I hopped on a water slide and I just cooked on through in here, and here I am talking to you now, and my energy is like going through the roof. So
that's really, really cool. What's cool is that I actually have another version of accessing it, which is right in that same area. There's right at the back of the head to get to the sacred chamber, that is. So Jamie's talking about a different way to get to the sacred chamber, which is great. So yeah, I do have another way, Jamie, that's right in alignment with that. You go where the pineal gland is, and right behind you, there's this kind of hole in your head. And there's this beautiful tube of light that comes out the back, scoops around right into your back, right below your shoulder blades, and dumps you through all the wormholes and playfully into your sacred chambers. So you are right on target, my dear.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
That's
Never think.
awesome.
I love the sacred chamber. So I was like, oh, maybe if somebody else might, have a little
That's
bugaboo like
great.
me yet. Yeah. So
Well,
thank you
thank you
so
so
much for
much,
all
hon.
this. Thank
Much
you.
love to you.
So, bye.
Bye now. Okay, so we're gonna go to oops, and I'll Mike, you can promote her back to viewer, and I will go to Peter. So let's. Hey, Peter. Oh, Peter just walked away. Crap. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, and there is, looks like Peter might be going to the bathroom too, so we don't want to. Okay, so we're going to go to, let's see if I can get this. All right. Okay, Justin. Justin, are you there? I'm going to promote you to panelist. Hello there.
Leah.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Jennifer?
I'm good.
I am a brand new to this theory. I only just watched your video the first time yesterday.
Great.
And my question is,
Hello, little one.
can you say hi?
Hi.
My question is, how do I figure out what it is that is my passion, that what I want to do in life? How do I begin to uncover that?
That's a really good question. How do you start to uncover your passion? It's actually in webinar number 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
However, did you do the process just now with the potential?
No, I haven't. No.
Okay, so just a moment ago, I did the process that was about your potential, and that is a piece of the puzzle. Okay, and then on the final webinar on Friday, and then next week with the live calls that we're going to be doing a bunch of live calls, we're going to be activating some stuff. In fact, on Friday, I'm actually doing an attunement. So by the next 2 weeks, by the time we're done here together, you'll have a much, much better idea.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Thank you so much.
It's a big question. It's a big question that I can't quite answer here, but I can answer later.
Yeah, okay. All
Okay.
right. Thank
Anything
you.
else I can help you with?
No, that was pretty much it for now.
Okay, so it's coming. It's coming.
Thank you.
So for those of you who are on Facebook, is it Natalie?
Leah.
I'm sorry. Leah just asked about how to open up her. Say the question again to me.
How do I find out what it is that I am passionate about in life? What my calling is?
Yeah, what is my calling? What do I find out what's passionate about me? Well, actually, Leah, we could just do something right now that is focused on the triple multiplier. So no, it's perfect. Your little girl is perfect because right now she's showing you what passion is. I'm not kidding. She's showing you right now what passion is. What's her name? What's her name?
Bree.
Bree. Hello, Bree.
You say hello?
Hi, Bree. Thank you for showing us what passion is. Yes. So she's showing you what annoys her, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly the same kind of energy you want to do. You want to do that. Yeah. What makes you mad in the world? That's one motivator. What makes you mad in the world? If you were to kind of just access what lights you up, Leah, what lights you up?
I don't know. I'm a mom of 3 kids,
Yeah.
and I stay at home with them, and it's been a long time since I have really felt something that
Yes.
I can truly be passionate about. And so I feel a little bit like I'm lost, maybe.
Yes, understood. So when you think about something in your past that you love to do that you don't do anymore, give me a few examples of things that you used to do that you loved.
Dance.
Yes.
Love dance.
Okay, good. Dance, good. What else?
I like to sew.
So, okay. And what else?
I like to read.
Good. Reading's good. Good. What else?
What else? I don't know.
Okay, so what do you, between dancing, sewing, and reading, what do you do really well? Have you ever guided anyone or taught anyone how to do dance or sew?
Yes, I've taught people to sew.
You've taught people to sew?
I've had doll workshops that.
Great. Okay, well, is that something that might light you up if you were to teach people how to sew?
Yes.
Okay, so there you are. There you are. Okay, so there's sewing. Sewing's a possibility. Now, what happens from sewing is that some of the stuff that I teach is to take that idea and think about what if, YouTube is such a great example, so I'll just use that. What if you started just doing some little sewing classes on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Would that be interesting to you or not?
Sounds like a lot of work.
Okay, now see, this is a really interesting thing. When something is a lot of work, it's a natural inclination of our mind to say it's too much work and it stops us. However, when we find something that really lights us up and it's like, this feels good, nothing will stop us. A little hard work never hurt anyone. And it's actually a piece of the puzzle of our journey on this planet at this time. You know, changing the planet with the triple multiplier prosperity formula, we actually have to take some action, and it's not necessarily easy, but it's simple. And that action is what our soul is yearning to do. In fact, it's what our soul is yearning to do.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what's interesting. As we started talking about something that could be, it might, like we're playing here, right? That might be a potential. Your daughter is completely quiet now. Okay?
Yes.
So this is what energy does. When we land on something, there's potential there. Now, hard work, it's actually a lot easier than you realize. You've got a phone, yes?
Yes.
Does it have a video camera on it?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Facebook? Are you on it?
Yes.
I'm doing Facebook Live right here, right now. You could do that. That's easy. Hang on a sec.
That was easy.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So it's actually very, very simple. And yet our commitment requires action. Our commitment requires a fuel that engages us and we take action on. And that's about where you're at right now. So you're ready to go. So watch the rest of the videos in this series. And see.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Much love, honey.
I'm
Thank you.
intrigued. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Where are you? There's. Okay. Finally got that. Good. All right. So we're going to take another question. So again, raise your hand if you'd like to play. Okay, we're going to go to Donna. Donna's fan is on the air.
It is. And
Hey,
that's
Donna.
the best thing to see.
That's all we're going to see. That's awesome. Now, if you want, you can turn your, you can actually turn your, right in the lower left-hand corner, you can turn your video off. It just says stop video. So if you want that, that might be helpful.
So, okay. All right. So we won't be distracted.
Yes. Okay. Perfect, Donna. Excellent. How can I help you, my dear?
Well, I tell you, I am just I know what I think I want to do, but I'm trying to understand how it's going to feed me. I can understand, because what I would like to see happen is we have so many people that are shut off. The elderly in nursing homes or in assisted living that aren't able to communicate. And we have so many children.
Sorry about that. I want you to first of all notice, Donna, that you are motivated by something that must change in the world. So
Yes.
first of all, I want you to notice that. That's really good. Now, the second thing, and it's a very noble thing that you want to play with. It's really, really cool. Now, the thing that stops entrepreneurs in their tracks is this really crazy word that comes from the mind. It's a very powerful word that stops us in our tracks. Do you want to know what that word is?
Yes. Please.
How. How is the word. How stops us. How stops us.
Wow.
So as soon as, and that's your mind, right? That's your mind. And the mind is not how, the mind is not how all this works. The energy of this inner piece of the success signature that we're talking about, we're going to be talking about this week and next week, is the piece of the puzzle that how never stopped Steve Jobs. How never stopped Richard Branson or Oprah. It just wasn't even present. How stops most of us, but it doesn't stop the people who are truly successful. So notice the minute that you go to your idea, and here's what happens. It's we go to our idea, you go to your big seed idea, which is the elderly and how they're shut off and you can help them. You can feel that, right? Feel that lifting you up. Feel that.
Exactly.
Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. And now I'm going to say, how are you going to do that? Feel what happens to your energy. What happens? How are you going to do that, Donna?
Well, what I would like to do
No,
is...
wait, hang on a sec. I just want to play an energetic game with you.
Okay.
I want you to feel this. Lifting off. You're going to help
Yes.
the elderly. And then I'm going to say, how, Donna? How? What does it feel like energetically when I say how?
I hear what you're saying. It
Right?
does.
Right. Our job is not to figure this out anymore. We're creating a whole new paradigm of business. We call it business from the heart. And that paradigm is one of rest, honoring what the heart is delivering to us and allowing the rest of it to work itself out. And I know that sounds a little woo-woo, but it is truly what the big superstar moguls do. It's what the most successful entrepreneurs do. They have this capacity to listen and shut out the how, and the how simply shows up. It shows up. And it's obvious too. And here's the other piece, and I'm going to be showing this to you a little bit more this week and next, is there's a place that we can access the how so that it's no longer a how. It's like these obvious next steps. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow in the next webinar, and we're going to be talking about it on Friday in the third webinar and next week in our live calls and the encore of the webinars. Plus, there's a bunch of bonus material that we're going to be giving you as well. So, but for today, Donna, what I would love for you to focus on is just what would it be like if the how didn't matter? And for the rest of you too, what would it be like if the how doesn't matter?
Well, I had a how. I would want to get the children, elementary school children or kids in daycare, I would like to get those into some kind of an operation that they bring them together. So both feeds both.
That's perfect. Play with that vision. And I'm not kidding, just play with the vision and do nothing else for just the next little while. And maybe we'll talk again next week on the live call. But play, that's all. Play with the vision. Don't think about the how, just play with the vision. And we'll get this going.
That sounds wonderful.
Does that sound good?
I'm excited, yes.
I'm excited too, honey.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so, hey, Mike, I'm not able to mute Donna out. So I don't know if you can. And I'm going to...
Maybe if I leave the meeting?
Yeah, if you could just mute yourself out, honey, that would be great. That's enough. Muting yourself out would be awesome.
Well, I don't want to leave the meeting.
No, don't leave the meeting. Just go to the very lower left-hand corner
Yeah,
and see
okay,
where the
I
microphone
got you.
is. Just press
Okay.
click mute on that. That will do the trick.
I thought I did.
There you go. Thank you, Donna. Perfect. Okay, so I want to look at the Q&A. And let's look at Q&A here. How do I set clear boundaries in business with friends? Everyone I know, and I know a lot of people ask me to do free readings for them. Oh, that's a great question, Natalie. Okay, so Natalie is a psychic. And how do I answer live? What does that look like? Okay, anyway. So yes, boundaries, setting boundaries. That's just such a good question. And part of it is something that I share about, well, first of all, there's a conversation that you can have with them, which is, hey, you know, I do this for a living and I love you. And okay, here's a really cool way to describe this to them. People just don't know that it actually takes energy from you to do this. So you can explain to them that when you expend energy on something and don't receive something back in turn, that it takes away from your clients who are actually paying you. That might help. And this is something that I also teach, is what we call the value exchange. That in order for, and it's part of the triple multiplier, it's good for you and for them. So the value exchange is part of this triple multiplier conversation. And that is that if you give, and you can tell them this, that your energy must have an exchange. That's the universal law of exchange. And that if you're not receiving an exchange, then you are, it won't land on them. It actually impacts them. The value exchange is, if they're not paying something, that it can't stick with them. They won't remember it. It won't work. It won't be as accurate a reading. And that when your energy is exchanged, then you can give even more of yourself to them, and you have the energy you require for your business. So I hope that helps. Julie says, I've taken several heart-centered business courses in the past, and it felt in the end that there are many promises that were really overstated. So much hype. Did you have this experience when you began your business? I find myself suspicious of your promises and prosperity. Yay! Good. Be suspicious. Sorry if we market in the way you are marketing, but people don't receive what we promise them because we're all different stages, blah, blah, blah. Is it our responsibility, our fault? I'm so afraid to be enthusiastic about my courses because I can't be positive that it will support my customers. Okay, so, well, that's part of the challenge, is that there are so many courses out there. I agree. And there are some missing pieces in those courses. I agree. And I think I've kind of figured that out because I figured it out for me. And I've been teaching people now for a couple of decades, many of the principles in the success signature ideas. And what I've discovered is that we are each individual, and that every single person, what many coaches teach, and they're teaching good stuff, but they're missing a tiny little piece. And that is, each individual has their own piece of the puzzle, that no one can do anyone else's stuff because it doesn't work. It's not you. So don't believe my hype either. Play with the webinars. Feel the energy of it. Don't believe anything anyone says, including me. It's all you. It's all your heart. It's all your energy. It's all your ideas. Okay? I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to show you you. And when you discover you, all that stuff you're saying about it won't work because I can't work, because it won't work because they're blah, 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 they're doing their blah, this hype, and that's your attention focused on something that won't work. So ergo, it won't. And so what I'm saying in this whole program that we're doing with these webinars and with the 2 weeks of all this coaching and content I'm going to be giving to you absolutely free, is to just start to tap into you. What feels right for you? And I'm telling you, Julie, when you get into what feels right for you, when you get into that, you will be unstoppable. And all the other programs that didn't work before, they'll actually start to work for you, because it's not the programs that aren't working, it's the energy that you're holding about them. And there's also a little missing piece that I think we deliver here that's a little bit different, that turns on something so that those other programs can work. So don't believe anything I'm saying. Go inside. The process that I did earlier, go inside. The attunement I'm going to do on Friday, go inside. There's a process that's going to be in tomorrow's webinar, go inside. Play there, discover your truth, what works for you. Don't believe me, believe you. I think that should help. Okay. Self-sabotage and procrastination. Oh yeah, those are good ones. I actually do have an entire book that's 99 cents on Amazon if you're interested, called The Procrastination Buster. But, I found, I'll just summarize it here. With procrastination, there are 3 distinct reasons why people procrastinate. One is there's a sting. Something happened in the past and created a belief and a little trauma, maybe a little PTSD. And whenever we go to do something that's similar in energy, even if it's a tangential, it's like, no. We say no. We say no. So it's a sting. It's something that happened in the past, and there's a way to play with that. I use my spontaneous transformation system to play with that. You go in, you have a conversation with this part of you that has the sting, and you honor that part of you, and you love that part of you, and you just allow that part of you to have a voice. And we've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who had lived in clutter, who did this and did this, all in the mode of procrastination. The next day, they moved out of that procrastination. The next day. So I'm going to be doing some spontaneous transformation stuff next week in the live call. So join us for some of those live calls so that we can play there a little more deeply. And let me tell you the other 2 procrastinations. There's another one that is, you actually don't have to do it. I know that sounds weird. So the universe, which is you, will nudge you in directions. And when we're not listening to the nudges, it becomes a 2x4. And something we think we're procrastinating on, and we're all worked up about it, actually just goes away. I have many examples of this. One example I give is when I was working in corporate America, there was this enormous project with my client. And I was procrastinating like heck. I was procrastinating. I wasn't doing it. And it was getting scary because we were getting close to the deadline. We're 2 weeks away from the deadline. We're 30 days in. I haven't done anything. I'm freaking out. I called a client and see if I could get an extension on the deadline. They're like, oh, shoot, we forgot to tell you it was canceled. So there was a part of my intuition that knew that I didn't have to do it. And that's why I was procrastinating. I would have spent 40, 50 hours on that thing for nothing. So that's another piece of the procrastination puzzle. Now, let me just remember the third one. The third one is if you do, there's fear involved if you do it. So, for example, you have someone that you need to call. And if you call them, it could one day eventually lead to you speaking on stage. Let's just use that as an example. And you are terrified of speaking on stage. But in the back of your mind, it's like, it's a long shot. It probably would never happen. But the seed of the idea is there. Well, if I call them, this is subconscious, by the way, one day I might have to speak in front of people. It's like, okay, so that's enough in your subconscious to say, no freaking way am I calling that person, even though it's really important that you call that person. So you see, there's these inner hidden, beautiful things inside of us that have prevented us sometimes from doing things. And it's okay. It's all okay. Now there's a place to access it, and we'll talk about that a little bit more next week. Okay. So I have a problem with the third level of the triple levels. The world as I see it is a bunch of cultural differences, religions, morality, etc. Yep. Oh gosh. And our only job is to just be us. What if you are incredibly important? What if you being you, and that's all, no more, no less, is really what this world wants and needs? What if everyone else's cultural differences and everyone else's opinion is just theirs? Their viewpoint of the world is theirs and yours is yours. And your only job is to be you. Your only job is to take that potential that is within you and love it and have gratitude for it and crack it open of the sunshine of your consciousness and bring that into the world. What if that's it? And everyone else gets to do what they're doing. Now, here's what happens. When you do that, when you honor you, and then you honor your customers. And we're going to be talking a lot more about that this week on the webinars. In fact, it's in tomorrow's, something really, really powerfully important that I'm sharing in tomorrow's webinar. When you play with you and your customers, your specific customers, that in alone creates a ripple effect on the planet, because you're now honoring you and you're humming at a level that impacts everyone you play with. Your customers are now humming at a level that impacts everyone around them. And together, that ripple changes the planet. What if that's all it was? I don't know, just a thought. And just the what if questions are starting to change beliefs. I'm tricking your beliefs. Okay, so someone says, I'm a practicing numerologist. I've helped many people solve different problems and taught ways to overcome difficulties, but I need to earn too with this as I need extra income for my family. Please offer me help to explain how to go about it. Okay, that's a really huge question. How do you go about becoming a numerologist? And that's part of what this whole series is about. So between the 3 webinars and the live calls next week, you're going to have better answers about that. It's too big of a question to address right in this moment. Okay. So let's see if we can try one more hand raise. Okay, so we can't remove any of the other people. All right, so I'm going to promote Brant. Brant, you've got your hand raised, BRANDT. I'm going to promote you to the panel and unmute your line. Oh, it's a doggy. Brant, are you there? Oh my God, what a cute dog. Gee, I can't. There you go. Thanks. Hey, Brant, how can I help you? What's your dog's name?
My dog's name is Peyote Buttons.
Peyote Buttons. Peyote Buttons.
Yep, he was found in the deserts of New Mexico with coyotes and other dogs. But anywho.
Wow. How can I help you?
What do I do? No. So I've been an entertainer. I've always known wanted to be an entertainer ever since I was little. And obviously, you know, I'm not starving, but it's a little tough to make all the money. So you always end up jumping into other jobs to pay bills and things. Yeah. Well, I'm 44 now, and I've recently realized that I have been an entertainer my whole life, no matter what I do. I'm always the entertainer at whatever job I'm doing. I'm the guy who probably doesn't know what he's doing in the job other than entertaining the rest of the staff. But in doing that, I've made a lot of friends. I'm a lovable guy. I love a lot of people. And what happens is I'm somewhat of a sponge. And I wanted to be an actor and a musician and director, whatever. That was I knew this more than growing up with kids. They didn't know what they wanted to do. I just always knew that was my purpose. However, getting more into spirituality, understanding who I really am at the base, the universe and all that other stuff. And I've had some experiences that, psychic experience, if you want to call them, or apparitions, whatever, just over the years. And so things have kind of messed with me on that end. But also I've collected so many wishes of the world, if that makes sense. And I've been accused, but also praised for my imagination. And where I'm at right now is, for lack of a better way to put it, I feel like God has asked me to do a lot of things in this life. And it is hard. It comes back to the other caller. It's I don't know which one of these things. Like, I keep getting these visions of things I need to do. Granted, over the past 20 years, things I've tried doing on my own, people not believing in my vision, so to speak. And then I see it happen with other people. Like, we'll just put it this way, for the iPhone. We all created the iPhone in the 1980s. We all wished for that, and it's here now.
Right.
So I guess the question is, where does my dream and purpose stop, or where do other people's purposes stop for me? I don't know if I'm asking the question right.
Yeah, the dream that's been there your whole life and is still not quite come to fruition. It's So I'm going to give you a stupid answer, and then I'm going to give you a real answer. So the stupid answer is your dream, of being an entertainer, an actor, director, and using your brilliant imagination. It will come to fruition exactly when it comes to fruition, and not another minute before. So that's the stupid answer.
Okay, no, that's the best. That's a great answer.
Okay, so it will happen exactly when it happens, and not one single minute before. Okay. I had success late in life, personally, so I didn't start my company until I was 45. And prior to that, I asked the same kind of questions. Like, I always knew I would be an entrepreneur, and I always wondered, when is my turn? When is my time? And so when I look back, I would say to the me that was, just do what you're doing, my love. I followed the breadcrumbs. I did. I followed it step by step, and every single step of my journey was the journey to what I'm doing now. Every step. And, is our soul journey on this planet easy? No. We are on the hard planet. This is the hard planet. Congratulations. You chose the hard planet. But this is also known. I mean, some people would say it's the roller coaster planet, right? So people who love roller coasters, they don't look at a roller coaster and say, oh my God, this sucks. This is horrible. They look at a roller coaster and say, that was so much fun. Right? Oh, there you are. Hello. It's good to see your face.
We're the same being. It's cool.
So the roller coaster is, it's not bad. It's just what is, right? The people who are on a roller coaster don't say, oh my God, I hate this. I'm on a roller. We pay to be on the roller coaster.
Right.
We pay to be on this planet. So every step that you've taken on your journey of imagination, on your journey of being told not to, and you're still working at it, which is really cool. Right. Every step has been part of the journey that is taking you to where you're at right now and where you're going to go next. Please.
Sorry. I worked at a hospital for the past 7 years and with caring for kids with brain injuries, and just fell into that actually as a musician because speech therapists needed help with the music group, and I became an assistant teacher. And that changed my life greatly, like to really appreciate things and understand that, I'm here to take care of people.
Yeah.
But there was a kid with cancer, or she was going through cancer, and I can't reveal too much, but she had one of my man crushes on screen, an actor, helped her out with his organization. And I didn't know this till she left. And I found out like the day, it was actually my birthday, the day she left to go home, he posted something on Facebook and then mentioned her name. I was like, what? I've been working with this guy for a year. What the heck? I don't know about this, but the thing is, he's doing some great things. And it kind of was an epiphany for me of like, I want to be an entertainer, and I want to do all these good things, build organizations, build facilities for, people. And I don't have any money to do this, but I kind of realized, I feel like maybe if I, like you said, if I do me and all these other things that
God
or whoever is telling me to do, I feel like at that, because right now, if I give things to somebody, they either don't understand it or they take it and abuse the idea. And I feel like
and that's what I was talking about, the value exchange.
Right.
That's a really important piece for you right now, Brant, is to really be cognizant of what you're giving away. I mean, listen, free is good. I mean, I'm doing all this for free.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We all do. Thank you.
That's a piece of the puzzle. But when it's too much out of balance, remember the triple multiplier.
Right.
If it's too out of balance, then it doesn't work for them. If you are only giving, it doesn't work for them. If
Right.
you are only receiving, it doesn't work for you or them.
Right.
So really honoring start to honor your boundaries around that too, around giving too much. And that big dream, it might take a few steps to get there, but you'd be surprised what shows up
Right.
when we start to trust our path. You'd be surprised what shows up, and the people who are there to support.
Mm.
That like there might be something you could do around music and brain injuries, and
Right.
you'd be surprised that there's no accidents that you're here right now.
Right.
Because I happen to be really good at showing people like you how to take what you're doing and move it into the world in a way that you might not have thought possible. And also that I'm really good at showing people like you how to see how to move stuff in the world in a way that you didn't think was possible and now is. So it feels like it's like right there.
Yeah.
So stick with the series, and maybe we'll talk again next week.
Okay, great. Thank you. And
Thank you.
just hit the mute button, or
yeah, hopefully I can. You'll have to hit the
tell me
mute
if I
button.
mess something up. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you could hit the mute button and stop your video as well, that would be great. There we go. Thanks so much. So it feels like we're in a really good place to stop. I've really, really enjoyed playing with you. Thanks for putting up with Zoom. This is our first time with it. We'll see if we'll play with this again. Not sure. For those on Facebook, it might have been a little frustrating. I was trying to remember to unmute people so that you could hear it through the speakers. I don't know if that worked, but some of the content was pretty darn good, regardless of some of the frustration. So thank you all so very much for being part of this, and so much more to come. We're going to be playing for the rest of this week with some more webinars on Wednesday and Friday being released. I would actually recommend listening and watching these more than once and we're also sending some bonus material as well. So watch your emails for that. And if you didn't, you go to the next page where as soon as you arrived, that page gives you some trainings on how to make sure that you receive our emails, little video trainings near the bottom there. Comment away. We love hearing from. Oh my gosh, it fills my heart when I hear how this is working for you. So please use the Facebook comments on all the pages there. Thank you for your brilliance. Thank you for being you. You are so important. You really, really are. And I'm really delighted that you're here with me so I can show you just exactly how brilliant you are. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks on Facebook. I love you, and I'll watch the video tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everyone.